Hello, this is Priscilla, and welcome to your session of Conversational English coached by me. Today's topic is the Stolen Amulet. I hope that you will enjoy today's session. It should be very informative. The objective for today is that you will learn how to resolve the dilemma for students or for yourself too busy to learn vocabulary. We will use my mini story method, and this will be the conversational English method that students usually find themselves amazed at his or her ability to speak excellent English in a very short period of time. The use of mini stories are the best way to reinforce the latest English lessons, especially those conversational English sessions. Oftentimes, students find that they are reluctant to read and interact with long works of fiction, so I think this remedy may be an answer. There are many reasons why students are reluctant to read long stories. It could be that they are too difficult, or the student is just too busy to sit down for long stretches of time. And this is one of the reasons I present to you many stories for you to build your vocabulary and comprehension. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to first welcome Carolina. Carolina, how are you, and where are you calling in from today?
Hello. Are you?
Hello,
Are you?
hello, Carolina. Where are
Hello.
you calling in from today?
I'm calling from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Wonderful. I'm excited and happy to have you here. How long have you studied or have you been practicing conversational English?
Um, I've studied English for many years. Then
Hmm.
I stopped. Uh,
Okay,
about 1 month ago, I returned to
okay.
study here from Berlin.
Wonderful. I'm happy to have you here, Caroline. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
And Norel, it's good to see you back. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm fine, teacher. How are you?
I'm doing awesome today. Um, tell,
Great.
tell us again, Norel, where are you from today?
From Staten Island, New York. Um,
Okay.
I'm, but I'm from Morocco, but I live here.
Okay. Well, I must not forget you have given me the invitation to come and visit with you when I'm in New
Yes,
York.
please. Please feel
Okay,
free.
that sounds wonderful. Okay, what I'm going to do, because I want you to maximize your time here and get full benefit of what we have to offer, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we will dive right into today's lesson. So just 1 second and I'll start to share my screen. Okay, if you will let me know if you can see the Stolen Amulet. Do you see that now?
Yes.
All right, great. So today we're going to talk about the Stolen Amulet. And can either of you tell me what an amulet is? Caroline or Narelle? Can you tell me what an amulet is?
It's a
Yeah.
object that gives you lucky.
Yes, it is designed and hopefully will bring you good luck. All right. Are there any questions about the topic for today? No? Okay, great. Well, we'll just start reading. I'm going to quickly read for you. I want you to listen to the way that I read this story. Pay close attention to the periods. I will pause for about 3 seconds after each period. I will pause for 2 seconds after each comma, and I will modulate my voice so that it adds flavor and variety to the reading. The Stolen Amulet, and it is a story that was written by me. Habib swung open the dark, heavy door and stepped out into the mysterious world of coldness, coupled with the harness of life. As the rain battered his facial features, his face was contorted into a grimace masking his excitement of leaving home for the very first time on his own and alone. Habib broke into a run as the amulet dug reassuringly into his clenched fist. It had been his mother's, but now it was his. The amulet was not Habib's by gift or inheritance. He had stolen it from his mother that very evening, as she was not aware he had not gone to sleep. Habib had taken the oddly shaped silver key from her bottom drawer where she kept her personal things like underwear, slips, panties, and socks and unlocked her tiny jewelry box. He had cautiously crept down the stairs while she was in the bath and packed a small overnight bag with $100 in cash, which he had saved by doing odd jobs during the day. A hastily scribbled note on a brown paper bag was all he had left before slipping out of the house and entering the storm. So that is our story for today. Now, who can tell me what you think the outcome might be? There is no right or wrong answer. The objective is to get you to speak. Caroline, what do you think might be the ending for this story? Caroline?
What I think about what?
What do you think the ending of this story might be?
Um,
And you may not know.
I think it's about uh, a man
Mm-hmm.
that stolen an amulet from his mother,
Okay.
and let me see, and he was very uh, consciously to uh, to did that.
Mm-hmm. All right. So it seems that you're actually reviewing. I wanted you to tell me from your head, but that's okay. Hello, Izzo. How are you? ISSO, how are you today? Caroline and Norel, I'm going to give each of you a number along with Izzo. And once you see your number, you will start to read. Norel is familiar with this process, so therefore, if you all will just follow her lead after she finishes reading, then you all will read. Now I'll bring up the lesson again for you all to read. So, Norel, would you please read?
Sure. Habib swung open the dark, heavy door and stepped out into the mysterious world of goodness coupled with the harness of life. As the rain pattered at his facial features, his face was controverted, contro- con-
Con-
uh,
contorted.
contorted into a grimace, masking his excitement of leaving home for the very first time, on his own and alone. Habib broke into a run as the amulet dug reassuringly into his clenched fist. It had been his mother's, but now it was his.
Okay, thank you. So now, based upon what you read, were you able to generate any pictures in your mind as to what Norel is actually doing? I'm sorry, not what Norel is doing. Norel, can you tell me what Habib is actually doing? Can you see what he's doing
He's
in your mind?
okay. In my mind, okay. The picture I'm seeing right now is that um, uh, he's trying to steal his
Hmm.
mother amulet.
Yes.
So he is preparing himself to the action.
Very good. Thank you. Caroline, would you please read for me this section, starting with the amulet?
Um, the amulet was not Habib's by gift or inheritance. He had stolen it from his mother that very evening, as she was not aware. He had not gone to sleep. Habib had taken the oddly shaped silver key from her bottom drawer, where she kept her personal things like underwear, slips, paintings, and socks, and unlocked her tiny jewelry box.
Thank you, Caroline, for reading that. Caroline, can you visualize in your mind's eye what Habib is actually doing? Can
Uh,
you see what he's doing?
in this paragraph, Habib
Mhm.
uh, uh, takes the amulet from a kind of, of box.
Mm-hmm. Good.
where her mother um, used to keep the amulet.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. Very good. And you said her, but Habib is a he.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's his mother. Okay, great. And Izzo, could you read number 3 for us? Could you read number 3, Izzo? Izzo, could you read number 3? Okay, I'll read number 3. He he had cautiously crept down the stairs while she was in the bath and packed a small overnight bag with $100 in cash, which he had saved by doing odd jobs during the day. A hastily scribbled note on a brown bag was all he had left before slipping out of the house and entering the storm. Now, what I see in my mind's eye is somebody just walking very slowly and carefully, almost on tiptoe to make no sound. And he has a little bag over his shoulder with his money in it. And he had collected all that money just by doing small things around the neighborhood, maybe cutting grass and washing windows. And he quickly wrote a note on a brown paper bag and he ran out of the house. Okay, so now can I get Norel to read again?
Sure. The amulet was not Habib's by gift or inheritance. He had stolen it from his mother that very evening, as she was not aware. He had not gone to sleep. Habib had taken the oddly shaped silver key from her bottom drawer where she kept her personal things, like under
Hmm.
like underwear, slips, panties, and socks, and unlocked her tiny jewelry box.
Okay, thank you. Now,
Yes.
what we're going to do is talk about what we just read. And I need to make sure that you understand everything that you read because when we start to do our dialogue, I want you to refer back to the story and talk about the words that were used. So let's look at the story again and we will talk about it for maybe 2 minutes. So, in this story, who is the main characters? Who is the main person in this story?
Habib,
Habib,
Habib. Is Habib the son or the mother?
the
the son.
sun,
Habib is the son. Norel, how old do you think Habib is? It doesn't tell us, but how old do you think he might be?
oh, maybe 10,
Hmm.
10
And why do
or
you think he may be about 10 years old?
I believe in my view that's as an adult person can do that to his mother.
Okay, all right. Uh, Caroline, what is Habib's mother doing while he's stealing her amulet? What is his mother doing?
She was sleeping.
Was she sleeping or was she taking a bath?
Oh my. Oh,
Yes, she was taking a bath.
taking a
Norel
bath.
says she was taking a bath. She was
Yeah.
taking a bath. So, if he's 10 years old, Norel, and the mother's taking a bath, what time of night do you think it is if the mom thinks he's asleep? What time would be a good time for a 10-year-old to be in bed?
9 p.m.
9 p.m. Because we know in the story it says it's dark, so it's not in the afternoon. It is
Yes.
night and 9 p.m. So these are the things that you would look for in the story to help you understand what it is that you're reading. Now I'm going to ask Caroline, do you understand that story 85%?
I don't know. There are some words that I don't
Okay.
really
Well,
know.
let's go back and get an understanding of all of the words in the story. All right. So I'm going to go. The stolen amulet. We know that an amulet is a trinket or something that is supposed to bring you luck. We know that. Habib swung open the dark, heavy door and stepped out into the mysterious world of coldness, coupled with the harness of life, with the hardness, with the harness of life. What do you think harness of life actually means? What do you think that means, harness of life? And you may think about what exactly is a harness. Let's think about what is a harness. What exactly is a harness?
Mm.
And then we'll
Um,
compare it to life.
Harness is something that you use. No, harness means that usable.
Mm-hmm.
Utilities. Um, Not utilities. Uh,
Harness used to control, such as a harness for a horse.
Ah, okay.
mhm,
Okay? So he's stepping out into the coldness coupled with the harness of life. So now when he goes out on his own, if he's 9 or 10 years old, he may not really know how to take care of
mhm.
himself. And if he doesn't know how to take care of himself, what will help him to learn how to take care of himself? What will help him learn how to take care of himself?
Life experiences.
Life experiences. And what might be an example of life experiences? What might be an example of a life experience?
Working.
Good. Very good. Working. What else? One more thing.
Um, Interacting with people.
Interacting with people. Very nicely done. Now I will continue. As the rain battered at his facial features, his face was contorted into a grimace, masking his excitement of leaving home for the very first time. Masking, and now he's going to leave home for the very first time. So, battered means to be beaten and bruised. So the rain is hitting him very heavily in the face. And
Mhm,
his facial features, because the rain is hitting him so hard, is becoming contorted and twisted. He's got an unusual face. He's not smiling, he's not laughing, but he has a contorted face. Can you imagine what you do with your face when it's raining on your face? You probably
mhm,
squint your eyes, you probably hold your mouth really tight. Well, that's what he's doing. So he has a grimace masking his excitement, but he's excited about leaving home. And the word masking means to cover. Do you understand the word mask? So he had an
mhm.
artificial face. Masking means he had an artificial face. All right. Any questions so far? Caroline, is it clear now?
No, it's clear so far.
Okay. So now Habib is going to break out into a run because he's exciting. He's feeling excited and he's thinking about the amulet that's in his hand. And he's being reassured, just like a mother will reassure her child and say, "You can do it. You can do it." And from there, the child has the confidence. And that's what reassuringly means, that you're confident that you can do something. And now he has a clenched fist. So you can imagine how tightly he's holding that amulet in his hand because he's feeling close to his mom, even though he should not have taken her amulet. But he has a clenched fist because he feels safe and he knows that the amulet will take care of him. Any questions?
Uh, uh, Clenched fist.
hmm He's got the amulet in his hand.
Okay.
And because the amulet is in his hand, he's holding the amulet very tightly.
Mm,
So can you see him holding it very tight, just squeezing it in his hand?
oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's what a clenched fist is. Now we see that the amulet was not Habib's by gift or inheritance. Inheritance is something that you receive perhaps at the death of a parent or someone that you love deeply, or it could be something that someone left for you for some reason. He had stolen it from his mother that very evening. As she was not aware, he had not gone to sleep. So his mother thought he was asleep, but he wasn't, and he stole the gift, which is the amulet. Habib had taken the oddly shaped silver key from her bottom drawer, where she kept her personal things like underwear, slips, panties, and socks, and unlocked her tiny jewelry box. So did she have her jewelry box out in the open? Caroline, was her jewelry box out in the open?
The jewelry box was um,
It was
open.
it was hidden.
It,
It,
huh?
it was hidden. It was not in the open. It was hidden. It was hidden in her personal drawer. She had it in her personal drawer, in the bottom drawer,
Oh, yeah.
where she kept her personal things. Usually, I keep my jewelry box on top of the dresser. But where did she have her jewelry box, Caroline?
Um,
Caroline, where was
the bottom
Habib's mother's jewelry box? Do you
and the
remember?
and the bottom drawer.
Where was her jewelry box?
Hmm?
Caroline, where was her jewelry box?
Where in the bottom drawer?
Norel, where was her jewelry box?
I think it was on the bottom drawer.
Are you guys there?
Yes, teacher, do you hear us?
Let's see.
Hello?
Caroline, where was the jewelry box? Do you know?
Um, your box was in the wardrobe.
Caroline, can you tell me where the jewelry box is?
Where?
Hmm. Very good. Is your sound missing, Norel or Caroline? Norel, can you speak instead of writing? Where is the jewelry box?
Uh, it
Where is the
was
jewelry box? Are you able
In
to
the
tell me?
bottom.
the jewelry box was on the
Norel, are
bottom.
you able to tell me?
Yes, teacher, I'm speaking.
Não, não ouviu.
Yes, I am
You
speaking.
able? Norel, are you able to tell me where the jewelry box is? You are speaking? All right, let me quickly
Yes,
do something to see if I can get to hear you. Let's see, because I'm not hearing you. All right, can you try and tell me again?
okay, the jewelry box.
No? All right.
Oops, the connection dropped off.
Wardrobe.
I am not able to hear you speaking.
Teacher, do you hear us now?
Hmm,
Could you hear us?
Hello?
Hello?
Okay. I'm not exactly sure why I can't hear you speak, but now try. Now try and speak.
Okay,
Norel, speak again.
the jewelry.
Norel, are you able to hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you, teacher,
What about you,
but
Caroline?
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. I'm
Hmm.
hearing Norel.
All right, try now. Are you able to speak now, Norel?
yes, the jewelry box
Try.
is on the bottom drawer. Um, the teacher dropped. Okay.
Yeah, I said that. Teacher? Uh,
Okay, there it is. The sound is back. I just refreshed the page. Sorry
Oh,
about that.
okay. Oh,
Okay,
that's
okay.
fine.
so Norel, what is the answer? Is
Yeah,
is
it,
is Habib's mother's jewelry box out in the open or is it hidden?
it is hidden.
Good. It is hidden. And where is it hidden? Where is
On the bottom,
in the
on the bottom
in,
drawer.
in the bottom drawer? Very good. Thank you.
Drawer.
It is in the bottom drawer. All right. So now let me go back to my document. It is hidden in the bottom drawer. He had cautiously crept down the stairs while she was in the bath and packed a small overnight bag with $100 in cash, which he had saved by doing odd jobs during the day. A hastily scribbled note on a brown paper bag was all he had left before slipping out of the house and entering the storm. Now, what did he write on when he left his mom a note, Caroline? What did he write on to leave his mom a note?
I don't know, hastily scribbled.
He hastily scribbled
Hastily
what?
scribbled.
On
What
what?
is on a brown paper?
Good. On a brown paper bag. The
Yes.
word scribble means to write,
Okay.
probably not in a very neat handwriting. He probably didn't have a very neat handwriting. He's only 10 years old, so he may be in fifth grade or fourth, fifth, or sixth grade. But he scribbled a note on a brown paper bag and he left that before going out of the house and into the storm. Was it a nice day when he left home, Caroline?
It was raining.
Very good. So it wasn't such a pleasant day. Very nice. Now, Caroline, do you understand the story about 80%?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now, here are a variety of words that we're going to use to retell this story. I need to know if you don't understand what these words mean. This word is mysterious. Do you know what mysterious means?
Yes.
Yeah,
Coldness,
yeah.
harness, battered, facial, contorted, clenched, scribbled, personals, amulet, grimace, haunting. All right, I'm going to create a story on my own using these words, but I'm going to use for my context the story that we just read. I'm going to use the context from the story, The Amulet, to create another mixed up crazy story. And you will do the same. When you create your story, you can tell the story that we just read, or you can make up your own. The goal and the objective is to be able to use all of these words while you're practicing your speaking for conversational English. The goal is to be able to talk quickly and let your words flow as you begin to tell your story. I will start. It was only yesterday that I walked out into the coldness and thought, I'll be glad when the summer comes. It was as if my face would grimace because of the cold weather. My face was contorted as if I was afraid and haunted by something that I would see in the night. It is mysterious that I think of being harnessed by life, and the reason for this is because I'm not a child, and I know what it is to go out and find a job and do the things that I need to do to make a life for my personal self. But I do have an amulet, which is a trinket I inherited from my mother when she passed away. She was battered and frail, and her facial features were all sagging because she had lived a long and fruitful life. I remember her last note to me where she scribbled, "Priscilla, I love you very much." And to this day, I clench longingly to that note, trying to remember the warmth of her touch. All right, and that's my made-up story using the vocabulary. Now, Norel, I'm going to ask you to do the same. Do you have any questions, Norel?
Oh, no.
All right. So when you're ready, I want you to do the same. All right.
Okay. Um, it was it was a few days ago that one of my friends, named Cuckoo, told me that told me a story when he was young. He told me that one day he had this idea that haunted his brain, and he ended up by by achieving it. It was when he decided to steal his grandmother Amulet, then because he believed that it will be a happier person,
Message.
it will have a happier personality uh, by
Yeah.
using this amulet. So that night, he it was in a coldness room with a grimace i- in his face, and he was contorted
Personal.
as he was afraid by uh, by the action he was doing. But he soon realized that this room was mysteriously cold, and this is because his grandmother was dead on the bed. So it was just a harness of life.
Hmm. Continue. You're doing good.
Oh, okay. It was just a harness of life. So he started to cry as he realized that his grandmother passed away. So his eyes battered with his cry.
Hmm.
Uh, okay, his facial expression was uh, inexplicable. His facial
Good. Good.
expression
Good word.
was inexplicable.
Hmm.
He was so scared, so he decided to
Scribble. Scribble.
scribble some notes to his mother, explaining
Hmm.
why he clenched secretly in his grandmother's room.
Okay. Wow. You did good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, Mustafa. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good.
How
It's
are
good.
you?
Good. It is good to see you, Mustafa.
Good to see you too.
Thank you. I will ask you to read momentarily. Carolina, I would
Hi.
like for you to read, um, make up your story rather, using the words that are in the box. Whenever you're
Okay.
ready, you may start.
Uh, um, it was a mystery day because I didn't know what would happen. I came to my work and my boss treated me with coldness. I was fired.
Hmm.
Then I have to take harness of my life. I scribbled a message to my colleagues and leave. I clenched my personal things,
Clenched.
clenched my personal things and my amulet. When I came to the street, the sun battered on my contorted face.
Hmm.
um, I make a grimace,
Okay.
um, hunting, and I thought, uh, look for a new job. Uh, is not have to be a hunting. Is correct?
No, but continue.
Oh my. Hunting. It's I don't know.
Haunting
Hunting.
means to frighten.
Okay.
You were haunted by the idea of not finding a job. You were haunted
Okay.
by the idea of not finding a job.
Okay. So I thought I am not hunting to be to find a new job.
Okay.
Confused for the
Can
words?
continue. Two more.
True.
Personals and facial.
Personals I didn't use.
Oh, did you? Okay. Sometimes I miss them. What about
Mm.
facial? Did you do facial?
Facial. Oh no, no, I said face.
Oh, you said face. Okay, face is fine. For now, face will be fine.
Okay.
All right, Mustafa, are you ready? You're creating your own story, Mustafa, based upon the words that are there. It's okay if your story is not correct. I just want you to continue talking. We will eventually get it correct. You may start.
Okay. When I'm walking to my work, I saw people. They have coldness blood, and the personals in my what does mean clenched?
Clench means to have something in your hand that you're
Yeah,
holding very tightly.
yeah. And I catch the stick in my hand, and I clenched a stick in my hand to hit him. Uh, okay, wait, but I saw something mysterious in this street. It was and my feeling become coldness.
You're here, Mustafa.
Yes, I hear you. Yeah, because I wasn't with you at the beginning, so I didn't know all of the word.
Okay, which words do you not know?
What does mean amulet?
Amulet. Caroline, could you tell Mustafa what amulet is?
Um, Amulet is a kind of object used to give you lucky.
Did you hear what she said?
You trust
No,
that object gives you lucky.
It's an object or an amulet or something that means that you may be lucky. This is an amulet here.
maybe
It's
it's
something that you wear around your neck for
yeah,
luck.
yeah.
Okay?
Okay. It is amulet to find someone to help me in the street, and I don't know. And what does mean cremacy?
Gr-
Cremacy.
Grimace means to have a distorted face. You might frown your face and you make a face like, I don't like this. This doesn't smell good. Or
Yeah,
she's beautiful and you have a nice
yeah,
smile. Okay?
yeah, yeah. Contorted.
Contorted means to change the way something appears.
Yeah. When I was when I was a man, saw the stick in my hand. He contorted, and he grimace, and he grimace his face. Then he went hunting. It was a better day. Better mean what?
Battered means to be beaten.
Yeah. Uh, and and the harness. What does mean harness?
A,
Again?
a harness means to bridle, to control.
Yeah. I harness my feeling. Uh, it is my personals. It is my personal character that when I saw something like that, I stop in my place and and start to think what can I do with this man. Scribbled. What does mean scribbled?
Scribble means to write down something very hurriedly.
Yeah, and I scribbled my as a stick on the land.
Okay, very nice. All right, so we did that. And did Izzo come back? Let's see. No, Izzo did not return. So we're going to go down to, now we're going to do dialogue. What I want you to realize is that there is a difference between theft, thief, and steal. They are related in some way, but they're different. I would like for Narelle and Caroline to first read. Caroline, you will be the police officer,
Okay.
and Narelle, you will be the citizen. Please
Okay.
read.
What is my cadê meu texto? There is. May I start?
Yes, please.
Police officer, I understand you have a theft last night. Please recall as much as you can about the event.
Okay, try and read it. Try not to sound as if you're reading it. Just say, I understand you had a theft last night. Please
Okay.
recall as much as you can about that event.
Mhm.
Try again.
Uh,
Yes, please.
I I understand you had a theft last night. Please recall as much as you can about the events.
Yeah, most definitely. I was taking a bath, you see. My son Habib was in his bed asleep. Of course, I heard a loud noise from the back of the house. I thought it was the storm. I really did not pay much attention to it.
Um, I see. Please continue.
Well, after my shower, I went downstairs for a cup of hot tea. Then I saw the door was not completely closed. I looked out the window and I saw someone running down the
Uh,
path.
Hmm.
are you able to describe the thief?
Well, I think so. He had medium length dark hair and a small belt. I'm sorry, I did not see his face at all, but he was about the height of my son Habib.
Uh, d- um, did did the thief steal anything?
Hmm, this is quite bizarre.
Oh, really? What exactly do you mean?
Well, he went into my drawer of personals upstairs, but I did not miss anything. I noticed that a pair of socks were on the right side of the drawer, but I always keep my socks on the left. Habib.
Uh, is uh, is your son Habib here now?
Yes, but he was in his bed asleep. He did not see or hear anything. He always sleeps like a knot on a log, shouting, Habib, Habib, it is time to wake up.
Okay, so the mom the mom thinks Habib is asleep. Okay, so now can we get Norel, could you read the same with Mustafa? And you will be the citizen this time, and Mustafa will be the citizen.
Okay,
No, no, no. I guess I guess he should be the male.
okay,
Okay. And I need to change this shower to a bath because she wasn't taking a bath. She was taking a shower. Okay.
okay.
All right. Police officer is going to be Mustafa. Mustafa, please read.
Yes, okay. Okay. I understand you had a theft last night. Please recall as much as you can about the event.
Try not to sound as if you're reading.
Okay.
What?
Try to try not to read it. I understand you had a theft last night. Please recall
Yeah,
as much as you can about that event.
Yes,
event,
most
yes.
definitely.
Continue.
I was taking a bath, you see. My son Habib was in his bed asleep, of course. I heard a loud noise on the back of the house. I thought it was a storm. I really did not pay much attention to it.
I see. Please continue.
After my
After my bath.
after my bath, I went downstairs for a cup of hot tea. Then I saw the door was not completely closed. I looked out the window and I saw someone running down the path.
Are you able to describe the theft,
The thief. The thief.
thief?
I I think so. He had medium-length dark hair and a small belt. I'm sorry, I did not see his face at all, but he was about the height of my son Habib.
Did the thief steal anything?
Hmm, this is quite bizarre.
Oh, really? What exactly do you mean?
Well, he went into my drawer of personals upstairs, but I did not miss anything. I did notice that a pair of socks were on the right side of the drawer, but I always keep my socks on the left.
Is your son Habib here now?
Yes, but he was in his bed asleep. He did not see or hear anything. He always sleeps like a knot on a log. Habib, Habib, it's time to wake up.
Okay, very nicely done. Thank you guys for that
Thanks.
entertaining story. Now, we don't know what actually happens because one, when the police officer comes, where does Habib's mother think Habib actually is?
In his bed.
That's correct. She thinks he's in his bed. And she does not recognize that anything is missing from her room. If you had to write an ending for this story, Caroline, how would this story end? Remember, her son is only 10 years old.
Yes.
How do you think this story will end?
I think the mother will realize that the thief was her her child.
And what will she do?
I think she would protect him.
Okay. Caroline, what ending would you give to this story?
I think I would give the same end because a mother never would give her give give her child to the police.
Okay, very nice. And Mustafa, I know that you didn't really get a chance to read, but what do you think?
The
What?
end of this,
Yeah, how
yes.
would you rewrite this story?
How
How
what,
would you
please?
how would you write an ending for this story? Did she
Uh,
did she report, did she find out her son had stole the amulet and told the police he was a thief?
I think I think the thief doesn't come to the home to steal something,
Mm-hmm.
but he come to give him a warning that he will do a dangerous something at at herself, on herself,
Okay.
on herself. Yes, yes.
Okay. Well, that's a good answer too, but because we've already read the story, we know that he did steal it. A thief didn't come. The thief was already in the home. It was her son, but she thought her son was asleep. Now, we're at the top of the hour where we now have an opportunity to give our point of no, not our point of view, but our final words. What final words would you like to offer today, Norel, about today's lesson? Did you enjoy today's lesson?
Yes, as always, teacher. And I add every time I read the stories, I add more vocabulary to my
Great.
notebook,
Hmm.
especially in my brain because I have to. I need to get them. I
Okay.
mean, to keep them not in the
That's
paper but
that's
in my
great. I
memory.
That's good. I did notice that you did introduce some vocabulary that you had learned from another lesson, so that was very nice. So thank you for doing that. I
Thank you
appreciate
for your
that.
class.
Okay. And
Wonderful as always.
okay. Caroline, final words. What did you think of
Uh,
the class?
I think it was a good chance to improve my vocabulary
Hmm.
and talk and
Okay.
speak and think in English. I I didn't make that for many years, so
Okay.
for
Well,
me it's
now you well now you have the
very
opportunity.
useful.
Great. Thank you very much for coming. And Mustafa, final words for you, please.
Yes, it is good for me to build a sentence.
Hmm.
And how can I use any word to use it in my story?
Hmm.
And it's a good way to keep word in my mind. Words in my mind.
Fish coach, and I enjoyed the practice that we had today. I have another class tomorrow. Please follow me on with the appropriate link. And when you find the appropriate link, you will get updates when I'm having my classes. And I look forward to seeing you all again in my future classes. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye
Thanks.
for now.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
teacher.
Bye bye.
Take
Bye
care.
bye. Thank you.